I forgave him. We stayed together. Our life continues. But there's something no one sees. I am no longer the same. I forgave the infidelity, but I changed forever. Today I'm going to read the letter of a woman who managed to rebuild her marriage, but lost something in the process. If you think forgiveness leaves everything the same, stay. Hello. 2 years have passed since the infidelity. 2 years that, from the outside, seemed completely normal. We stayed together. We still live in the same house.
We share routines, family dinners, vacations, plans for the future. Sometimes we even laugh like before. Sometimes there are moments when it seems like nothing ever happened, as if life had found a new normal. We stayed together. We went to therapy. There was real remorse, transparency, constant effort, difficult conversations, uncomfortable moments where we had to say truths we had never said before. But there were also moments when it felt like we were building something new, something more honest, more conscious. From the outside, we are a story of overcoming. The couple who managed to save their marriage. The couple who decided to fight. The couple who made it. But inside me something changed. Something silent. Something no one sees.
I forgave him. But I never trusted the same way again. I never felt the same lightness again. I never looked at love with innocence again. Before, I trusted without fear. I loved without reservations. I believed what I was told. I didn't imagine scenarios. I didn't check. I didn't doubt. If he said he was working, I believed him. If he came home late, I assumed there was traffic.
If his phone rang, I didn't even look at the screen. Trust was natural. It was automatic. It was part of the way I loved. I didn't need to verify anything. I didn't need to control anything. Now, there is always a small alert turned on. Not all the time, not obsessively. But it's there, like a dim light in the back of my mind. A quiet voice that remembers what happened. A part of me knows that what once seemed impossible was actually possible. That the stories I heard about other couples could happen to me too. That promises don't always protect us from human decisions. And that awareness changes something deep. I no longer see marriage as indestructible. I see it as fragile.
As something that requires constant care. As something that can break if it's neglected. And that made me stronger, but also colder. After the betrayal, I did something I had never done before. I chose myself. For the first time in a long time, I stopped thinking only about the relationship. And I started thinking about me. I started working more, developing my own projects, investing time in things that made me feel capable.
Taking care of my body, going to the gym, eating better, sleeping better, strengthening my independence, saving my own money, building a version of myself that doesn't depend emotionally on anyone. I didn't do it to punish him. I didn't do it to prove anything. I did it because I understood something I had never understood before. Love does not guarantee permanence. Promises do not guarantee the future. Relationships can end even when we believe they were safe. And if I ever find myself alone again, I want to know that I can hold myself up. I want to know that I can rebuild my life without collapsing. I want to know that my stability does not depend entirely on another person. That changed the way I love. Now I love, but with limits. Now I trust, but with awareness. Now I forgive, but I no longer idealize. But there is something I miss. My innocence. That version of me who believed love was enough. That version of me who thought bad things only happened to other couples. That version of me who didn't know what betrayal felt like. Who didn't know what it meant to feel the ground disappear beneath your feet. Who didn't know what it meant to question everything you once believed was safe. Sometimes I look back and I miss that woman. I miss the peace she had, the simple way she saw the future, the light way she trusted.
The way she loved without fear. But I also know I could never be her again. Because pain teaches. Because experiences change the way we see the world. Because what I learned cannot be unlearned. But I gained something too. Emotional autonomy, clarity, strength. Today I know myself better. I know what I tolerate. I know what I don't. I no longer tolerate strange silences. I no longer ignore my intuition.
I no longer minimize warning signs. If something ever crosses the line again, I know I can leave. Not because I want to destroy what we have, but because now I know I can survive without it. And that changes the balance of power. Before, I stayed because I was afraid of losing him. Now I stay because I choose to stay. Before, I felt like I needed him, and that difference changes the way I exist in this relationship. This is the most mature stage of the process. When someone forgives a betrayal and decides to continue, they don't return to zero. They don't return to the person they used to be. They transform. And that transformation is not negative. It's evolution. Love after betrayal is not innocent. It's conscious. It's a love that understands fragility, that understands relationships require constant work, that understands commitment is a daily decision, and that may feel less romantic, but it can also be more real. Many women feel guilty for having changed, for feeling stronger, for feeling less naive. But changing after a wound is not coldness. It's adaptation. It's emotional survival. The problem is not changing. The problem would be learning nothing. Betrayal destroys idealizations. It breaks fantasies. It breaks the idea that love alone protects everything. But it can also build something new. It can build boundaries. It can build self-respect. It can build emotional independence. It can teach a person to choose themselves. And that is not failure. It is growth. Now, the deeper question is this. Would you rather be the naive person who was never hurt, or the conscious person who learned how to protect themselves? Because sometimes losing innocence means gaining clarity.
I want you to tell me something honestly. Does forgiveness change the way we love forever? Can someone ever be the same person again after betrayal? Or does pain always leave a permanent mark? And if you forgave, did you change for the better or become colder? I'm reading you because this is the closing of one stage, but it may also be the beginning of another. To the woman who wrote this letter, you didn't lose everything. You lost an illusion. And sometimes losing an illusion is the price of gaining awareness. If this series resonated with you, subscribe, because in the next episode, we will begin something different. Not from pain, but from personal reconstruction. See you in the next video.